girl, Michaela Ford,
Hi,
CEO
guys.
of Mom Bod, and
Yes.
she is a hairstylist, Hair by M. Yes, and we are meet alumni of the school. Her again.
Yes.
Yeah, I love you. I love my girl.
Yes. Hi,
But
guys.
yes, I'm excited to have you.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm a hear my girl because I see she does content and she does a great job, and like she's an influencer and she's going to different heights. So it's like it's only right to have my girl on.
Yes.
To get some of your, I need some of your wisdom.
Yes.
I gotta pick your brain a little bit.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
love that. Pick
yes,
me.
yes.
Pick me.
So
Love it.
today, we're talking about becoming who God has called you to be.
Yes.
So I'm excited about that because I feel like everybody has their own story.
Yeah.
But we all have our own role when it
Yes.
comes to God, and I want to know where He's steering you. Right.
Right.
So, so I have a question. Have you experienced God's redirection, and how did that go for you?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like redirection. Like I feel like He redirects all of us. Like we think that we're gonna go one direction, but like He's like, nah, I want you to go here.
Yeah. Yes.
So have you like? Do you feel like you're going through that, or like?
I feel like I have. I went through that, and like, how can I say this? Like, when I had Riley, I went through a part of that, like him redirecting me around the people that he wants me to be around, or like, you know, the relationships around me, like where he didn't want me to be in that space. So I feel like it's different levels to what he has done for me.
Yes.
Like in the beginning, after my daughter was born, you know, he rerouted me. He rerouted the friends around me because I lost friends behind my daughter. Not in a bad way, but you know, behind being pregnant and stuff, you lose a lot of people.
Yes, you are.
So I did lose people like that. You know, redirecting me as a single mom, like I was doing all of that by myself too, which was, I feel like it's a blessing because it taught me how to grow up and who I am today. And now I feel like I'm in an era where I'm growing with him instead of, like, of course I call on him, you know, ask him like to help me with things, but in this era I feel like I'm in an elevating era with him. Like an elevating era.
That's good because I was going to ask you, Nate, like one word that describes you right now, your life right now.
Yeah.
So would you say is that?
I would say it's elevation. Yes,
Yeah,
for sure.
that's
I feel like God
good.
has leading me in different directions, and He's showing me that you know, as long as you walk with me and you're with me, then I can do whatever you want me to do. Like that's all you do is call on me and I'll do whatever you want me to do. You just have to obey and you have to listen to what and how I'm showing things and telling you things.
Yeah.
So you have to obey. That's one word I have learned with him is obeying, because without obeying him, he's not going to do what you want him to do.
Yeah, no, he's not. And it's like until you do with that last thing he told you to do, nothing's going to change.
And if you don't listen, it's going to keep going over and over and over again until you actually listen.
Yes,
for sure.
That's so good. What was you gonna say?
And that's actually real confirmation, because like that's what our church was talking about today, like just really giving everything over to the Lord, you know, not being a divided person, not being divided goods. Like God has purchased us with all of His great, rich mercy and love and His grace, and you know, He wants all of us. Like when we go to the store, we make a purchase, we won't say, hey, keep this side, I'll take this half. We paying for that whole thing, give me my stuff.
Right.
So as someone that is being purchased by God's riches and His love and His grace, I don't want to stay in relationships that take me out of alignment, that take me out of the will of God, that divide me. I don't want to be divided goods. Like I don't want to be that. I want to be somebody's possession that's going to treat me well and take care of me, for me to have the longest longevity of life as much as possible. I want to have the longest shelf life as much as possible. And the Lord gives us that. So yes, but it's because we think that the world can give us so much more, you know, of this life, that fast life, all that stuff.
That's social
you know,
media.
But when God slows you down, and when God slows you down to see that that's actually the wrong way, it actually leads you to quicker death.
Yeah.
You know, and we kind of miss out on real life when we don't know the truth.
Right.
When we don't know that what we're running toward, that misalignment, is actually leading us in destructive ways.
Right.
So you made a real good, like, I love the fact that you said the first thing he did was align, and he pruned the people around me. He took those people out. And I feel like that's exactly where God starts. Like, he starts with the people around you.
Yes. Oh my
Start
goodness.
washing the people
And you
away.
trying to hold
Yes.
on. And you trying to hold on to that stuff.
You know
like,
that
let it go.
well.
And you know I know. Shoot. My sister always be telling me, girl, that's not your friend. I'm like, but you know,
Right. But
I'm gonna tell. But I know.
Right.
But I noticed that you can be more of a friend to that person.
Right.
But they're not being friends to you. Yeah. So it's cool. It's all right. Shelf life is crazy. You are sick. I had wrote down that, like, when God redirects you in a certain direction, that things are going to fall off.
Yeah.
But when things fall off, we're so quick to put things back on, back in that space that he just lets stuff
or
fall
just
off.
to see if it's going to be fixed.
Yes.
If you put it, but you're doing it. That's
Yeah,
the
that's
problem.
right.
the cycle.
Right, and the thing
You're
is,
the problem.
Yeah, and it's like he's like, I cleaned that for a reason. Only I can put something right there.
Right.
Only he can put something right there, because when he puts things there, it lasts.
Yes.
Right? It's forever.
Yeah,
Right.
eternity.
Right.
Yes.
But when we put it there, it's temporary.
Yes.
So we wonder why. Oh, that only filled that space for a certain time, because it wasn't supposed to be there.
Yes.
Let him put that stuff there for
Yes.
you. So I learned that. I'm still learning that. Like, I'm not gonna sit here like I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. Like, hey, I'm still going through. Like, I'm still going
perfect.
through.
I'm telling you, nobody's perfect, but you're walking and you're learning as you're walking. So that's all. He just wants you to be there. That's all. He just wants you to come to him. That's it. That's all. I don't think that's. I was just telling my sister, like, God just wants you to reach out to him, surrender to him, like, tell him, put your hands up and tell him, I need you, because he wants you to need him.
Yes.
Like,
and my mouth, I feel like my mouth was shut for a long time,
Yes.
and it's still shut. Like, sometimes I'll be there spectating at church. I'll be sitting right there like,
right.
no, I don't say that. I ain't got
Yeah, 'cause
I
you
gotta
talking
jump
to me?
around. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Right. But I was like, you know what? Let me stand up. Because, like, he's done a lot for me. He does a lot for me. I just sitting there balling, looking crazy as a bug. But I'm like, he's done a lot for me. He's still doing a lot. And one thing about it, me saying that I'm not perfect, I asked him to heal me while I'm in it.
Right.
Because clearly it's hard for me to fight my flesh. It's
Yes.
so hard. I'm like, this flesh has a hold on me.
Yes.
And it's teething me.
Okay.
It can stop me. But, like, I'm actually falling in love with the process of what he's doing, because it's like you could see the change over time. So, like, that's why I don't beat myself. Like, I ain't beat myself.
Please
Like,
don't.
I can't do no more. I do something about it. But yes, girl. Okay. So, all right. So you said that you raised your child, the first by yourself. Did you go through, like, postpartum? Like, did you experience that?
So with my daughter, with that situation, I did go through postpartum a little bit, but I felt like I was so numb to everything that was going on. I didn't really, like, fully know if I was going through it or not. Like, of course, having somebody there not to help you. It's just like, this is my first baby. I don't know what to do. Of course, I got my mom here, but you want that person that you created that to be there and help you and become a family and all of that. So I didn't have that. So I didn't have that, but I can say one thing about myself. I'm a very strong individual. Like, I take things on the chin and I just go about how I go about it. Listen, I'm gonna figure it out. That's just me in general. Like, I don't care what I go through. I'm gonna figure it out. And if I gotta figure it out on my own, I'm gonna do it on my own. And that's just how I always been. So with Riley, I've taken care of her by myself. Of course, like, my mom was there.
Okay,
to
for
help.
sure. Big ups to the mamas.
Yes,
real
big
mamas.
mamas.
Still helping
Big
me.
mamas. Okay.
I
and that's
you.
okay.
You know what I mean?
It's nothing wrong with about
Shoot,
that.
give me
Like,
some
we
help.
all go through stuff, especially having a kid. It's not easy.
Yes.
Having a kid at a young age, it's not easy.
Mm-mm.
But I feel like God puts kids in your life for a reason. Because during that time, I was going through like, you know, I was going through like an abusive relationship. So I feel like he gave me Riley to get me out of that. And once I left that, so many doors opened for me. When I left that baggage, I promise I was opening up my own suite as an entrepreneur. I was doing it all by myself. Like, I was doing it. And my best friend tells me all the time, Kayla, you don't even realize what you do. And I'm like, I don't, because I'm just doing it. Like,
that's so good, because I don't think that we actually sit in the moment. Like, we do things and we don't think, like, we still be like here.
yes,
Everyone else be
in
like,
our mind.
that was a huge thing, you know, but me, like, I'm like, nah, like, you know, I did something, you know, I'm proud of it. I love doing it, but like,
Right.
people don't see what we see.
Yes, and
Right.
we're just sitting back like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. And my best friend's like, no, Michaela, you done this,
Yes.
this. And you don't even realize, like, she always reminds me, you know, everything that you do, you always bring to fruition. Like, you always do it. Like, just to hear, like, my best friend tell me that, like, I inspire her. It's like,
That's good.
right, I'm just sitting here being your best friend. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's what's up. That's why it's so good to have people around you, because Anthony does that for me.
Yes.
Like, I'll tell, like, if I want like a confirmation, or like if I want, you have to watch who you tell things to.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
okay, 'cause people pray on
They
on
do,
that.
they do, and
They
I know
do.
that she's gonna steer me in the right direction,
Right.
and she's gonna give me that. Denasia, that was huge.
Yes.
Like, I know it's huge.
Like, I'm so
when
proud
I
of
talk
you.
to her, yeah,
Yes.
because she gonna let me know, like, yo, that was huge. Like,
And that's somebody that you call.
yes,
Like,
yeah, like,
but guess what?
Yeah,
Especially
and
when you want that.
yeah, and it don't have to be multiple people. Like, you can have that one good person.
Yes.
That's all you need. You
That's
do not need a whole lot of people. Like, and I feel like a lot of people surround themselves with yes men and people who, you know, gonna agree with everything that you're going through. No, I need somebody that's gonna elevate me and gonna let me know, hey, no, like, and tell me the truth. Hey, you know, you wrong, because Anthony, sometimes she get on my nerves. Like,
Right.
oh my God, like, girl, like
Why you
I don't
keep
want to
talking
hear
about
that.
myself?
I don't want to
Dang.
hear that right now. Like, she be like, Asia, man, I want to hear it, but I gotta tell you. I'm like, what? Like,
Right.
oh, you know what? I don't feel like talking right now.
Right.
And then later on, then later I call her. I'm like, all right, you're right. But it has to be heard.
Yes,
So
that's the
like,
accountability part on our end too, because we want to hear the, like you just said, we want to hear the yes man. We want to hear that. But then when you hear the real, I used to be so defensive and like offensive. Like, oh my gosh, why she keep telling me this?
So
like,
I
I know, like, you don't want to hear that. But then as you grow older, and again, like when you start walking with God and taking that full accountability in, like, you know what, Michaela? You was dead wrong for doing that. Like, calm down.
Yeah,
and
like,
then when you hear that from your, and now as I'm growing, I'm not like that anymore. So if I did something wrong, and she'd be like, Kayla, now you know you dead wrong, or you know you shouldn't be doing. You should never said that. Like, you're wild. Like,
yeah, you need
and
that
I'm
though.
like, but you know what?
It's so healthy.
When you sit there and think about it, you like, all right, you're right. I was wrong. Thank you for that. Like,
yeah, because we actually be knowing.
Yes,
we do be knowing.
We do.
But it's like, you know, people who actually love us, that real love, they're gonna check you, and God loves us, and He's gonna expose to us those things about us that we don't want to see.
That and through people too.
Yes.
Like,
oh yes. It's like a mirror.
He might not see. He might not tell you in your, like, I want to hear from God. He might not tell you, but He's gonna put it through people to tell you.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, because I be she be telling me stuff. I be like, bruh, that's my dog right here.
Right.
My shorty.
Right.
So, like, I hit her up because I'm like, yo, even when I'm about to make like a decision on something and like a confirmation on something, or like how to word something the right way, I call my dog. You know what I mean? She chat GBT.
That's a human
Chat GBT right here. She be like, you might want to word it different.
Oh,
She's like, you might want to look at a different perspective, a different way. I'm like, yeah, no, I want to go the negative route.
Right.
Let me go the negative route. She's like, nah.
But I'm gonna say this to add to that, like, that person has a person too.
Yeah.
Like that person, like I have a person. It's my Aunt Tressa.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she get me right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I want somebody to be totally unbiased and impartial because it doesn't help us grow
Yes.
when we.
It helps us stay stagnant
Exactly.
when nobody's
that
real
sucks.
with you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you don't stay right here in this level.
You don't
Yeah.
grow. And your perspectives stay the same. If your perspectives stay the same, that means that you're dealing with your decisions and your situations and circumstances the same.
Yeah.
And the Lord wants us to be like you were saying. The word that came to my mind when you were just talking about how you weren't seeing your elevation. You wasn't seeing the fact that you was moving, but somebody saw it.
Right.
But like, you know, how you were persevering, you know, you were pushing through and you didn't even see it. You didn't even see. But that's good because that to me that speaks that God kept you in a humble state.
Yes.
But that just tells me that in your perseverance, like you're naturally a resilient person. So like you said, taking things on the chin, all that, you can now say like I'm resilient. And that's
Right.
something to like, it's something to be really, it's something to honor. Like
Right.
honor that about yourself, the fact that you have that trait, because not everybody can do
Yes.
what you did at your age.
Right.
With a child,
Mhm.
running a business. That's a big deal.
Yes.
That's not no regular schmegula dagula.
No, it's not.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
And I remember seeing you in school.
Mm.
So it's like, and at the time I was going through domestic violence at the time.
Wow.
Yeah, I was going.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's
So-
crazy. We never know what everybody's
No.
going through. You
Yeah.
just at that young age, you just walking around like,
Yes.
oh, why that person looking like that? Or why
Right,
that person
right.
acting that way?
Yes.
And then you just never know. So when
No.
you grow up now, it's like, dang, like I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Like, I just been
Feelings
there for
hurts.
you
Right.
at a certain time. Even if we didn't know each other, if I could have spoke something into you,
Yes.
that would have been just a blessing.
But it's good though because I love it. It makes me happy when I see, you know, the people that be like with the school and stuff, and they're actually doing things, you know, on the other side of
Yes.
it. It's good seeing people on the side, but I'm like, you know what? No, I'm gonna sit her down. I'm gonna hear her story because,
Yes.
like, you want to hear that stuff. People
Yes.
know. People
It's
know.
valid.
People want what you have. But they don't know what it
How
took
you
you to
got
get
there.
there, right?
Man,
Yeah, it's a process.
And-
It's like you gotta. I went through some for this,
it's from,
right?
You know, just from starting. You know, I lost somebody really close to me, and we worked together, but I lost her. So that was the boss of my business. So I lost her, and then I was by myself.
yeah.
So I'm like, okay, what is my next step? God, start your business. At that time, I didn't know that was God. At that time, because I wasn't really into the word like I am now.
Yeah.
So I'm young. I had a baby at 19, 19 going on 20.
Me
like,
too.
Yes. So I had a baby, 19 going on 20. She was turning 1 when I'm turning 21.
Yes.
So like, I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
I
I'm
turned
just-
28. I turned 28 this year. Noah turned 8. My son turned 8.
Yes, see,
Yeah.
that's me and Riley. So
Yeah.
every time I'm 29, so this year she'll be 9.
See.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's so
so
crazy.
yeah, so you know, just starting out, I started out in my mom's kitchen yard. You know, nowadays knotless, not what they are. I used to charge $75
Yep.
for any size, any length in my mom's kitchen.
Yeah.
And I built all of that. I was when I tell y'all I was hustling. I was working as a shampoo girl and doing my business at the same time, and having my mom get my daughter, coming back home, getting her together, going to the gym at 5:00 in the morning, getting her to where she needed to go, like all of that, paying for daycare on my own, like, you know, just doing everything by myself. It was like, when you sit back and look like that is your testimony.
Yes.
You started from somewhere and look where you are
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
And now that y'all speaking into me, I'm thinking like, dang, just running your business, that is no joke.
No.
Like, and then my best friend always tells me that. But you know, when it's your best friend, you hear it, but it's like, okay, she's gonna tell me that,
Right.
not in that way, but you know, she's gonna pour into me like that. But to hear it from, like, you know, outsiders that don't really know me,
Yeah,
like,
girl. I see you, girl.
Yeah,
I see
so
that.
it's
I was
good
like,
to
I
hear.
said, let me get her on because
Yes.
like that's an achievement. That's a really good thing, and you can tell that you're consistent.
yes,
Like people can tell consistency when they see it.
right.
So,
You know,
right.
sometimes
Yeah.
I do fall off.
But I mean, listen.
We
I
all
took,
do.
I took a week off from doing this podcast, and I felt dirty.
Yeah.
I felt dirty. You feel me?
I be like,
I got something to do.
depressed. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I didn't post nothing today.
You
What
know
in the
those breaks.
Yes,
because
yes.
we're always
This is good.
we're always in the move.
We need that realignment.
We do,
Yes.
we do, because no, like you can't keep. You gotta let God speak to you too.
Yeah.
You
and
know.
you gotta be still for him to hear you. That's
Yes.
another thing. You have to be still. Like I'm still in a space where I want to hear from God. Like I want the words. Like I want to hear the words, but I see it through like scripture, or I see it through like when, like in the morning, you know, me and my best friend, we on it. When I tell y'all, we on the phone all day. Like, that's how it is. So we do morning prayer together, like
That's
just
good.
little stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you hear like, okay, that's what God want me to do. He want me to do this, or he want me to do that.
Yes.
And it's just, it's
good. That's some
it's
healthy
good.
stuff.
Rhythm.
That's
Yeah,
healthy.
it's
I like that.
It sounds like you
Yes.
have a great rhythm, and you know you're right. You know we do have to be still to hear God, because
Yes.
if we don't, honestly, if you don't take those, like I feel like the kingdom of God is so upside down from the world, because the world says hustle culture, but God calls us to be diligent, you know, and to persevere, to push through, and to have faith, and you know. But he does call us to rest. You know, we do have to rest in order for you to be intentional.
Yes.
Because when God slows us down, and it is for alignment. He does want us to align and remember why you're doing what you're doing.
Right.
Because the world, when you start doing things for money, you have completely forgotten why you're not even really attached to your seconds, to your moments. It's because money is you're a slave to that money.
And
but
God doesn't want
gotta,
that.
no, he does not
Yeah.
want that. He just wants you to be intentional about your moments, because life is so precious.
Yes.
Life in Christ is
It's
precious. So your
Seriously.
faith is precious. So he wants us to really, Jesus said he's come to give us life and life more abundantly. And you know, if we can get it while we're young,
Yes.
get it.
Perfect.
Like get that while you're young. This is the perfect time to
Right.
get it.
That's
Because
real
it's
good.
some people that get it way late, but even then it's never too late. But
Yeah.
now, while we still have youth,
We gonna get it.
Get that while you got
For
your
real,
youth.
God,
I want to be an ambassador.
Come on.
Okay, you feel me?
Seasoned,
Okay,
mature.
Yeah.
Mature me in my youth.
Yes.
And you know what? And there's a reason why you went through what you went through early
Yes.
in the world, because there's something God has specifically for you, me, like there's a reason for that. Like
Yes.
that's not the end of the road, baby.
Yes.
Like it's still 20.
Yes.
Yeah.
In
So-
our 20s. 20, 28, 29.
Like
That's
what's
not
next? Like
No.
what's next to come, God? Why did I go through all that? It's not for no reason.
Yeah.
It's not. And I feel like God sits you down at certain times too. Like, you know, you sit there and look on social media like, you know, this person got this or
Yes.
this person got that. Why I'm not doing that?
Mhm.
But then when I sit back and realize like, no, that's their path. Let God take them through their path, but your path could be totally different.
Yes.
Like while you trying to follow somebody else, God's path can be way bigger
Yes.
than their
I
path.
agree.
Right.
And you just never know. Like, stop doing that.
Yes.
And I had to realize that myself too. You know, when you just scrolling on social media, you like, oh my gosh, like I'm trying to get there. Why I don't got this much followers?
Yup.
Why I post just like them? Why I'm not doing that? But then you think in your mind like, no. And that too, God gave you a vision for a reason. You chasing money, that money don't go to the grave with you.
It do
It
not.
really do
It
not.
do not.
Money don't go to the grave. So
It
while you
doesn't.
chasing that money, you need to be chasing why God gave you that job.
Yes.
That's what you need to be chasing.
That's good.
So the money part, the money gonna come. I tell my best friends all the time, the money is gonna come. Stop. We learned a long time ago. Stop stressing over money. Pray to God. As you pray, He will give to you.
Yes.
It might not be tomorrow like you want it,
Right.
but you keep praying and asking God for that. He's gonna give it to you. Living witness, y'all. I was slow in my business for a while, like maybe 1 to 2 months, like just very, very stagnant, very slow. But when I look back during that time, that was my time to be still and listen to what He's telling me. That was my time to be thankful.
Yes.
Thankful for the little things that you do for me. Thank you for getting me home safe.
Right.
Thank you for allowing me to get up and just put my foot on the floor and
Right.
just walk. Like,
Yes.
it's a lot of people that can't go to the gym, that
Yeah,
can't
right.
walk, that can't talk, that can't do stuff. So you got to be thankful. I tell everybody around me, be thankful. You complaining, but be thankful for the littlest thing, the toe on the ground.
Yes. You're not lying. You're not lying.
for going like this, moving my ankle.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
People don't. I'm not, and they take advantage of that. Like, so around that time, be still and know that I am God was with me that whole time.
Yes.
So just be still. Now, taking off. All I did, pray.
Yeah.
Taking off now.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
I used to compare myself as well, but I also now I see that when God puts you on a path, as you go, it's things in line in place for you, right?
Yes.
So if you're looking at someone else's path, you're trying to go on their path. There's not things that's going to meet you.
No.
It could be a bag right there with food in it right there for you.
Right.
Or, you know, you go meet this person at this time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He has it all planned out for you on your path. On their path, he has things lined up for them. That's why it looks so good, because that's the path that they're supposed to be on.
And then too, we don't realize what that person did to get where
Yes.
they were.
Oh, for real.
Yeah, seriously, they work hard, probably just like we are, and that was just their moment to get.
Yeah.
So we got to do the same thing. You just put in that work. I learned that too. Just keep posting. Just do it. Like,
Just
don't
do
even
it.
think about, am
Yes.
I gonna make money from this?
Y'all
Am
gonna
I
like
gonna do
that
this?
part.
Y'all gonna like this? Just be yourself and just do you.
Yes.
Like, who cares about the background noise?
Yes.
Like, honestly, forget the background noise, because I'm gonna do me regardless.
Yes.
You know, so
Hey,
you being your authentic self, that's gonna get you to where you want to be too.
Yes.
Seriously.
I like that.
Thank you.
That's real though. That's real though. For real, I love that. Yes, it's so good to just be yourself and not put other people's character traits onto you.
Yeah.
Because when you do that, that's just a whole bunch of. It's not you.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
it's
like,
not.
I want to know who I am, like, so that I can love that. I can love that, but that starts with loving myself and talking to myself the right way. Not waiting for people to talk to me the right way, and you know, because that'll be temporary. You can tell me, oh, you're so beautiful, whatever, but do I think I'm beautiful?
Right. It starts with you.
At that time, you say, oh, I'm beautiful. I go in the mirror and be like, oh, I ain't that beautiful. They just lying. You know what I'm saying? Things like that, like, talk good to yourself. Like,
speak life into yourself.
Yes.
Like, you have to speak that to feel that.
Yes.
Again, I tell people too, like, even like of course my sister younger than me, but I tell her all the time, I'm like, you have to speak life into yourself. You keep talking that negative. I in the space right now, we don't want to hear that.
No.
Like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear, okay, I just don't want to hear it no more. Like, you speak life into yourself. If you speaking negative, you won't get negative.
Yes, you are.
That's true.
You speaking that, go ahead. You gonna get that.
And that's a walk that we gotta take by ourselves. When we speak negative, all we do is speak life into people.
Yes.
But that negative road is something that they have to go
That
through by
they have to go
themselves.
through, yeah.
But they will be back to you. All you can do is keep planting seeds, those positive seeds into
The mustard
them,
seeds.
and let God God already planted seeds in us, but like we just help water the seeds when we keep feeding them the good stuff.
Yes.
We keep telling them, because like, no, you ain't ready to come over here and think that I'm gonna agree with your negativity and your moment.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, no, girl, you need to get up.
Yes. What are you
Like,
doing?
no,
let's go.
no, I ain't gonna sit back there and be like, you know, I ain't feeling good today. You know, I'm feeling a little ugly today. You like, damn, girl, why you put no makeup on or something?
Right.
Like, girl, what you wildin'? You wildin', girl. You said I got no gas in my car. Dang, like, you know, I mean, shoot, so how you gonna make it through the week? Girl, we need to figure something out.
Right.
Shoot, girl. I'm gonna go ask my uncle. He got $20. Sure, I'm gonna send it to you, girl. I'm gonna ask for $20. I'm gonna send you the $20. Please some gas, girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Things like that.
seriously.
Like, stop playing. Like, no, like, we gotta be able to fight back. And we have to use our sword. Like, God has a sword for us, but it's up to us to sharpen it.
Yes.
So like, and we do that, by being connected to Him and having the right people around us. Like,
Seriously.
no, I'm tired of being dull. Shoot, I'm tired of having a dull sword.
Come on.
It ain't cutting through the meat.
Tired of being old.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't cutting through the meat. You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Mature.
Right.
But like you're saying, like, even with my friends, they tell me, oh, and y'all only got 2 friends.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's
Sure.
I love it there.
Sure, you know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah.
love it there. I don't care. I
Yeah.
Sometimes that's the best.
It is
yes,
healthy.
oh, definitely. I can't do
Yeah, we
it.
ain't forcing no relationships. We're
Yeah,
not doing none of that
yeah.
stuff. No, if we didn't, if you said we was gonna go to brunch and we didn't go to brunch, then we weren't supposed to go to brunch.
Yes.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
real.
So-
And my friends call me, like, we all call each other, but it's more so like, dang, I ain't got no money to put, like you said, put no gas in my car, or I ain't got this. And them friends, that you think that's your friends, especially when the ones that you said that just said that, oh girl, how you gonna do that? Dang.
I don't like that.
We're not friends.
No, we're
because
not.
I'd be like, okay, I'm about to transfer some money to your account right now. All right, let me cash app you this real quick, and then you just go ahead and do what you do.
Right.
Like and I love that about my friends.
That's why when you hold on, you become selfless. You know, a friend is selfless when it comes to you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you hold on to money with a tight grip like that. Like you said, you can't take it with you.
Yeah.
Like, no, it don't matter what you do with it after this. You told me you need a gas, now I'm gonna send it to you.
Yes,
Right.
and that's how we are.
Right.
I'm like, I'm not gonna sit there and let my friend go somewhere and something happened to you and I ain't even give you that to do what you like.
Right.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no.
We gonna pay this, put this on my card.
Yeah, you know what I'm
No.
saying? That's
Do what you gotta do.
So that plays a part with you becoming who God wants you to be when you also surround yourself around the right people.
Yes.
And let Him knock off those things inside of you. Knock off those people and the things inside of you that are not supposed to be there.
Right.
And let Him place the right people and the right things inside of you,
Yes.
so that you can become who He wants you to become.
Yes.
Because
for
no,
sure.
like I'm tired of being like you know, building myself. I can't build myself up no more. I can't do it.
I need somebody with me.
Man, it's too much. I need the right stuff,
Let's do
guys.
the tango. Let's build it together.
No, for
Yes.
real.
People are a resource.
Yeah.
Honestly, like money. Money's actually a resource. Most people just idolize it. But relationships are a resource. Like
Yes.
we need community. We need people
Yes.
to live.
Yes. No
Like,
matter how
for your
much
sanity
people be
and
like,
everything.
I don't need nobody.
No.
Yeah, you
you
trip.
right.
Yes, you do.
Yes,
if God
You
said,
born to love.
Yes.
You just been hurt.
yes,
Right.
That's
right.
all that is. You
Yeah.
just got some wounds.
If God
That's all.
said you is ambassador, we need to get together.
Okay, because I want to be God's ambassador.
You know what
Come
I'm saying?
on.
You already ambassador, girl. I see you, girl. You
Yes,
ambassador,
we're
girl.
all ambassadors.
Yes,
we are.
we're all ambassadors. That's why we have to
All of
talk. That's why we have to talk and we have to spread this word and we have to get the right people in our circle and understand, like, you know, everybody doesn't have a good motive when it comes to people, you know, your dreams.
Yes.
Get the right people so that you can get the right
Yeah.
product. Get the right. What's the word? On the other half of something. Like say if you bought something for me and I what's the word, girl? I'm trying
I
to think.
bought something for you.
Not the right product, but like not the also like the aftermath or something.
The results. The right result.
When you surround
The
yourself,
outcome.
the
Objective.
outcome, the objective. Yeah, like when you surround yourself with the right people, and you know you tell them your dream, and they tell you, you know, I got, you know, I want this, I want this, I want this. You can tell what people's heart is when you get the results of it,
Yeah.
and the outcome of it. You can just tell because it's like, yeah, that person doing it with all their heart,
Yeah.
Right.
and they're real about it, and they're not trying to, you know what I'm saying, like, there's really people out here
Yeah.
like that. So it's like, yeah, man.
It's a lot of people on the opposite side too.
Yes.
So you really gotta watch that.
Yes,
too.
yup.
Because you try to be too nice, you try to be nice and stuff to people, and you try wear your heart on your sleeve,
Yes.
and be all nice, and then
Yeah.
they turn around and just
What God
knock
say?
you over.
What God said about your heart? Protect your
You
heart.
gotta guard your heart.
Guard your
with all
heart.
Yes.
diligence is what the word says.
Guard it.
Guard your heart with all diligence. From
Guard
there
it.
flows the issues of life.
Wait till you see
Yes.
people fruit first.
Yeah,
You can
okay.
tell them. You can tell them by what he
Pay
said.
attention to that.
You can tell them by their fruit.
Yep.
Yes.
You can tell them about their
Shoot.
fruit.
Stop going off the
Sure
word.
can.
Stop, I ain't going for your words no more. I want to see the
No,
fruit.
I want to see what's going on.
What the result? What fruit?
Okay.
So,
Where's that?
Where your basket at with the fruit in it?
I don't see the fruit in
So,
it.
you know what I'm saying?
I gotta go.
Yeah.
No, for real.
For real, but
I have one more thing to say. I know we're about to wrap it up, but while y'all were talking about, you said something about like looking in the mirror. I forgot exactly what you said, but I think we were talking about comparing ourselves to people. That's what we were talking about. I had like an analogy came to my head.
Ooh, girl, you catching it?
Drop it.
You drop right in my little skull.
So it was that, like, when you're looking in the mirror, right? You want to take the middleman out. Like, when we look in the mirror, there's nobody standing in front of us
It's us.
while we're trying to look in the mirror. Like, we're
Right.
not. If somebody's in my way, I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, yo, move! Like, get
Right.
out of my way. I'm trying to
Yes.
see.
Trying to look at
me. Like, right. But when we would never do that in the natural, right?
Right.
But when we are comparing ourselves to people, that's what we're doing. There's a middleman between
Yeah.
us in that mirror.
Mm-hmm.
And we're trying to, however they're looking, we're actually okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
We're actually in agreement with it. But in not like us actually doing that, we wouldn't be okay with that.
Right.
So that's think of it that way. Like when you're comparing yourself to somebody, you actually maybe you don't want to look in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
And like sometimes you might want to look over there, whatever, see what's going on. But every moment that we compare ourselves to someone, we're allowing them to stand comfortably in front of us.
Right.
While they're looking at themselves, and we're just like, okay, what do you see? Do you like it? Can I take it? I
Oh,
kinda
no.
want that too.
Or sometimes
That's
I
so
feel like
real.
that could be the devil too. Sometimes I feel like sometimes that when something is in front of you, that can be the devil of trying to
That's
see
even deeper.
what
That's
it really
even
is.
That's real.
You know what I
Distorted
mean?
image.
Dad,
Yes.
y'all just gave me some confirmation.
That's a
Yes.
distorted
That's so
image.
good.
Yes, that could be God.
That's perfect.
I mean, that could be the devil in the way of you trying to see what God is trying to show you.
Oh,
I need to put
Michaela.
that in my prayer.
Michaela.
I love that.
Yes, seriously.
That right there is deep.
It
That's
is
Move
deep.
him out the way. Rebuke him.
Yes.
I say that all the time to my friends. We're not even about to do that.
No.
Rebuke him out your way.
Yes.
No. And I tell them all and my best friend can vouch for me all the time. I'm gonna need you to stop thinking like that because God is trying to show you something and you letting the devil in the way of him trying to show you. Stop
Yes.
doing that. And she'll be like, you know what? You're right.
You real.
You're
That's
right.
real.
And I'll be like, yes, stop
Mm.
doing that to yourself.
Yes.
And I gotta remind myself too. She remind me too. Like,
Yes.
stop doing that to yourself. You don't
Yes.
even realize how much you're doing, and look at you. Like,
Yes.
just look at you.
Right.
But yes, I feel like when you're doing that, when you're looking at something else, that's the devil not trying to show you who you really are.
Exactly.
This is who I really am. Why are you trying to follow somebody's path?
Yeah,
Like,
you
God.
geeking like you mad saucy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
why are you geeking?
Saucy.
Why would you see that sauce on you?
Sauce that
What
on
that
you.
man? What
Okay.
that man do with that steak?
Slam it on there a little
Yeah, I want
bit.
you to see that sauce. You know the rib. Like you geeking. Like what? I'm already. Yes. Yes.
Fearfully and wonderfully made.
Mhm.
And you're right. The devil does want us to see distorted views of ourselves and speak it and live it.
And he'll try to slide his way in there any way he can.
Yes.
Anyway, so it's when I look back on things, sometimes I don't see it, but now that I'm talking, you looking back and you like, dang. Like me personally, sometimes I get on myself, like if I don't go to the gym enough, or if I'm eating some chocolate chips or something
See?
like that all the time, and I look at myself and then I'm like, oh my gosh, Jasmine, am I getting fat?
See?
Is my face getting fat?
Ooh.
Oh my God, no. I gained a little bit of weight. I got on the scale. 2 pounds. What is going on? And I will go nuts. Like, I will go crazy because I made it from this to where I am. So, like, when I slack on myself, I'm like, oh my gosh, but no, you keep going. No matter what you ate, girl,
You don't
go
never
to the
stop.
gym.
Go.
Right.
You can walk that off. It's not that he wants you
Yes.
to obsess
And-
over things that's not
hyper
That's
focus.
the hyper focus
Yes.
is one thing, so you can forget about how far you came.
Yes, and that's a
Exactly.
thing that can be changed. Okay, yeah, you ate
You
like
did.
trash 3 days last
Yes,
week,
so?
but this week, here you go.
I
Right?
receive that. That's for me too.
For me too, girl. Yeah, you been freeing me, girl. I ain't gonna lie. For real,
That's for
you
me.
have planted a lot today.
Yes, do that.
Yes, so that's
Such
such
an
Don't
encouraging.
never forget too, as you being a young mom.
Yes.
Like, you just keep going, no
Mhm.
matter what. If
Yes.
no matter what tries to come in your way, so what?
Mhm.
Like, even the devil come through people. Like,
Mhm.
no,
Mhm.
get away. You do you, and
Yep.
it could be the people around us too, especially the people that we create.
No, for real, you
Right?
never
Yeah,
die. They
yeah.
never die.
That's a fact.
They
real.
try to come, but just keep doing y'all doing so good.
Thank you.
Seriously.
You too, sis.
And you're
You too,
doing
girl.
amazing too.
She is.
I can't
you.
wait to see the podcast. What's the name of the podcast?
This is us. So
This is us. Yes.
I'm gonna put it right here.
us stands for unapologetically spoken because that's been our friendship for like 13 plus years.
Yes,
so
Lord.
when we talk to each other, we talk to raw.
Mhm.
We call
Yes.
each other. We call ourselves the rawest duo. 'Cause
Yes.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you how it is, and if you don't like it,
It is what it is.
I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
at least that's stuck in your head. now,
Yes.
right? You're gonna always remember that in the
Yep.
back of your head.
Mhm.
Even if you don't like it, you're gonna always remember what I
Yes.
said.
Yes.
So,
That's how
and
it
then when
works.
you get along down the lines, and you be like, dang,
As you
Michaela
mature,
did say
as you
that.
mature,
Mhm.
you'll be able
Yes.
it'll start attaching
And
to
that's
you.
when when you grow with it.
Yes, you
Because
do.
I remember a lot of things people say to me, and I be like, dang, you know what? It was
Right, that's crazy.
Calm down.
Y'all, for real. That's real though. Yeah.
Seriously.
You gotta have us on. You gotta have
Yes,
us on.
for sure.
real.
No,
For real.
seriously, for sure.
Yeah. Y'all don't know we got Jasmine over here, her best friend. She gonna be on.
Yes,
She coming on. She gonna come on too.
Jasmine.
You gotta have it. We got Jasmine on, and when she come, y'all come sit down right there too.
Yeah.
Y'all sit right there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
feel
we
me?
gonna sit down right there.
Y'all sit right there too. But yeah, we can wrap it up. Yeah, I'm so excited. That was good, girl. You ain't no joke, girl. You ain't no joke, girl.
You did good too.
She ain't no joke. Don't have it